Hello, my name is Gerard Rovira, and today I will show you my physical web project, which is Geographical Memories. Geographical Memories is a web platform, an online one, that anyone can enter to upload everything about their journey.
Anyone? It's open?
Yeah, it's online.
For free?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. In fact, the URL is geographical-memories.firebase.com. So yeah. First of all, I will try to explain more or less how my application works. So basically, how it's meant to work is a traveler would do a few days trip, for instance. It would upload the journey on the web, and it would organize the journey by stories. The stories are the different experiences that the user has had. So, for example, user can have a day 1, day 2, and so on as experiences, or anything that he wants to have. So, what is special about this application? There are two things that make this application special, but the most important one is probably the physical web. And this beacon, which is an Easton web Bluetooth beacon, is capable of broadcasting a URL. And what it does with my app is store a journey or a story that anyone with the nearby notifications on the Android phone can check. So anyone nearby with an Android could check a friend's or not journeys and access directly without requiring URLs or anything like that. And what my application makes easier is the fact of recording URLs into this beacon. So, and for the other hand, there's the Liquid Galaxy integration, which is what you can see here, which is basically a technology which groups several computers, each of them running a screen, and I'm using it to display different journeys and stories that the users have in a more visual way, I would say. Alright, so let's check our already created a journey about Lleida, which is basically a city I live in. And we can see here that this journey groups 7 stories, each for each day of the journey. And for example, in each of them we can see a few images, a name, and then a location. And well, let's check it out how it works for the Liquid Galaxy. So anyone having a Liquid Galaxy can come up here and cast it to the current online devices. So we now have the demo Liquid Galaxy, and once we click on it, we can see that the tour will start playing the one that we are focusing on. And if we go back to journey, the Liquid Galaxy will start touring over all the stories in our journey.
Very nice, but the more important question is the blue beacons and the mobile stuff. So what's going on now with the beacons?
So for the other side, there's the beacons that for demo purposes I have to use my phone because it requires a Android that's got at least version 6. So both 6 and 7 and also 8 should work. And anyone with a phone and also with location and Bluetooth enabled, alright, should be enabled now, can explore the journeys. And we can go to Let's Visit Lleida. And alright, so anyone with a phone would go in here, would check the physical web button and would scan the beacon. So we now set the beacon to scan mode, which is basically by clicking on it. And now it appears here, so we pair it. It shows us connected, so right now we can type whatever title we want. So for example, we'll call it Lleida, and then we can just save it. So by following these 3 simple steps, anyone can broadcast their URL. So once it's recorded, in a few seconds, the point will appear in their phones. So right now, because I have nearby notifications enabled, it appears my point, that's Lleida. So any user, regardless of knowing the URL or not, it would appear here like a normal notification, and we just click on here, and it would access the page.
So for me to clear, you can record the URL from the administration. You have to be logged on. You have to be logged with.
Yeah, that's right.
On the
It
Firebase.
shouldn't be a requirement, but we do it as a requirement because of the metadata that we add in here, and we add a sort of authentication before adding stuff onto our Firebase.
So and then you can record the address of a how do you call it, memory?
That's a journey.
The mine is a journey, and then the short ones are.
The short ones are stories.
Journey and stories, and you can record the journey address or a history address.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is the one going to the beacon, and the one announcing for the mobile smartphones or whatever listening with nearby and location.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
All right. So
any of you are listening these beacons, or this is a fail? Do you have a? Because I'm using my mobile, I can show it. It's true? Yes. It works? Lleida? Lleida is the name?
Yeah.
Wow, Lleida. And if you click there?
If I click?
Go to Firebase. And slowly but steady,
it
loads. Slowly but steady. Oh, coming up here is the. You want to translate? No?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good, thank you. It works. So what else?
Right now, if we want, we can talk about the technical part of the project.
Yes.
That was the demo part, which was sort of kind of easy to explain, but now is the technical part. So to start with, we'll start with the physical web part. So what we're using here is a technology called Web Bluetooth that works on browsers. So usually you would do Web Bluetooth. That's one. So usually you would scan the beacons from an Android application, but we did it from the web. And in order to do so, we had to use Web Bluetooth. And since it was a kind of new technology, we had to create our own libraries to do so. In this case, I named it Easton Web Bluetooth. And what this library does is to implement the protocol of Easton beacons in order to send and receive data from them. So that enables us to read and write from our application to a beacon. And I want to make a few thanks to the people that helped me with that.
Oh, 1 second.
So,
what about Firebase?
Yeah, we're going to do that in a second. But first of all, I wanted to thank.
No, I don't want this. This is the last thing. This is not the order. This is not the order. We are talking about technology. Thanks are the end.
All right.
Okay, so explain about Firebase. What have been the use of the Firebase stuff?
You mean on the Liquid Galaxy part?
No.
Or the general part?
The general part,
right.
Of course.
All right then. So for the general part, we are using Firebase for 2 things. So right now, Firebase has a hosting functionality, has a database functionality, and a cloud functionality. So we are using 2 of them. We are using the hosting functionality to upload our client-side application, which is running the latest version of Angular. And then we are using their database to store the data. And we make use of Firebase because it's a reliable hosting, and it's also I would say, quick hosting and easy to implement. And it also makes it possible for our app to be online. So that's why we are using.
And what happens if tomorrow there are 100,000 users coming to your platform? Okay.
So yeah, if I wanted a lot of users, I probably have to pay some paid plan of Firebase. But theoretically, the client app should work because it's all about Angular and the browser, and the server side, it's just about increasing the capacity. So then there's the Liquid Galaxy part, if you want to switch to this one.
I want to listen about this API you have developed.
Alright, so the Liquid Galaxy part was sort of more complicated than usual, because usually we would use SSH from our servers to send the data to the Liquid Galaxy. But in our case, we had a database, we had a client, but we were missing the sort of middle step, which was the backend, and we didn't have that. So we had to think of an alternative way of sending in the data from the client straight to the Liquid Galaxy. And that's when we thought about the API. So basically the API is a middle point, easily accessible from any client, and from it you can send it any data to display to the Liquid Galaxy. So basically what it does is provide several protocols so that any developer can send the data. So for example, we are supporting HTTP, and we are supporting WebSockets and also Firebase in order for a developer to be able to send in any data. And also by using the API, you avoid logical mistakes into your application, and also it makes it less error prone. So I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but that's more or less the idea behind the API. And well,
think about someone from Google maybe invented this Liquid Galaxy stuff, is looking at this video and develop clearly the API stuff, why it has to be included in the next releases of, or why not. I will ask later of our doctors about this. What is his opinion?
In my opinion, I think the API is a good idea because it makes it easy for any developer that wants to work with Liquid Galaxy to send any data they want. So for the time being, they had to know what was behind the Liquid Galaxy in order to be able to send in KMLs, for instance, or queries. So by using the API, they just need to know about the specific calls. So for example, dash send query or stuff like that. And they just have to know about what would be the documentation of the API in order to send this stuff. And then the API will do all the logic. So that eases their job, makes it quicker and also less error prone. And I think it's a good idea. And it should theoretically work with any Liquid Galaxy because our Liquid Galaxy is basically the original Liquid Galaxy from Google, continued up until now. So basically, we enhanced it to support a few things like sending KMLs to a single screen or supporting the latest releases of Ubuntu. That's pretty much what we've done. So it should be compatible with any Liquid Galaxy.
That's hard, believe me. There are a lot of Liquid Galaxies in the world. Okay, so what else? What else do you want to show us? We have seen the beacons. We have seen how to record the beacons. But how to
well, since we're already looking at the tablet, I just wanted to show the world where they can find our Liquid Galaxy stuff. So in our common repo, which is basically github.com / Liquid Galaxy Lab, they can basically find out the core Liquid Galaxy, our Liquid Galaxy API that can be installed on top of the Liquid Galaxy. That means it's completely optional. And then there's a sample client implementation, which is the one that I'm using at the moment on the Geographical Memories application, and that can be used to contact the API. So by using this client, you don't need to know anything about WebSockets, HTTP, or so on, because the client does it all by itself.
Good. So, Juan, do you have reached your goals, original goals of the project? Are you happy? Have you failed on something? Have you left something behind? Tell us.
Well, yeah, I'm happy about the work that has been done during these 3 months. I guess there's a lot of work left to do when it comes to Liquid Galaxy, especially the API, and also a lot of work to do on the Eddystone Web Bluetooth library. But time was limited. I also had to work on the Geographical Memories application, which was theoretically my core and main project of the internship this summer. So, but
you remember that we are going to use this in our trip to California. Who is going to California? Raise your hands. 5 people, plus me, 6. We are going to use your software.
And I hope it works.
Man, no, you have to have it steady, not hobby. And also, what about your feelings? Have you enjoyed your project? Are you feeling very sad with your colleagues? Or
no, my colleagues are awesome. I have to thank them for being here.
Okay, who else you want to thank? Gabe, your cheat. You have 30 seconds for thanks.
Right. No, I just wanted to thank François Beaufort and Michel Mogni for their feedback, and also especially François Beaufort for his example source code of the Eddystone implementation, which came really handy when it comes to the implementation of the library. And also thanks to my mentor Andreu Ibanez and the other people that collaborated with making GSoC stuff overall.
Good. Make an applause to this guy. Yeah. Hey. Thank you, Gerard. Bye-bye.
Thank you.